Hey, everybody. I wanted to actually share some things with you. Uh, Throughout the years, I have been doing YouTubes to journal, and because my life has been so crazy and so weird, and it was a way for me to stay on track of who and what has brought me to the situations and who I am as a person. Now, I'm going to show you a few things. For one thing, every one of these pictures and videos are truly me. And they can actually have been taken one day apart or years apart. I've been trying to show people for a long time, and I guess the veil has been on them so long that they don't understand. These are my different channels that I have done. Is anyone noticing? Now, put this one and this one side by side.
No, I never got feedback. So that's still a sad subject. That's why I'm so.
Anyway, no, I still haven't got Hooch 2
Hi,
back.
everybody. This video is to Bill. I told you I would make a video specifically for you. My name is Carla
This
Holland.
says it was 5 years ago, but it was actually 7 years ago.
This lifetime it is. And this is an answer to your video about earth seeds and star seeds. See, there's an equation that no one adds up. This.
Look at facial structure.
To think about. Many different worlds to visit. Earth seeds, true earth seeds, know that this is their planet, their home, their world. So instead of trying to save the galaxy, we want to save our Earth. We live in green.
Yeah, pretty much. He's were until I moved here to Scott and White.
If you're born both, like someone when we made that soul promise in our contract.
Bill Ballard was a very famous speaker that has just disappeared now. Because all of his videos were like these. People noticed.
Awakened 5 years ago, we're starting this awakening process, or this transition, as I like to call it. It's really torture. A beautiful son who
it drove him off the edge.
Was chasing his whole life. Now he's seen as a crazy idiot because he speaks in the tongue of the starseed. His father is starseed. And when you talk in that manner, you get ridiculed and belittled. Something else that Bill doesn't tell everybody, I don't think he's telling himself that. When you take upon an entity as a starseed, your body burns up fast because they are burning such a higher vibration than you are that it will burn up the body. It's like fuel.
Unless you learn how to control it.
inner divine that's coming and making itself at home with you, you need to realize there's a chance, a huge chance, that beautiful divine
will kill you.
will take you away. Who you are, and your body will age fast. My hair, see, when the inner wisdom comes, your hair will turn white. Mind
Overnight. Fiery redhead
So
to
it's a divine choice that you have to make if you're willing to be the sacrificial lamb. So I watched my son, and I was fighting it. I've been fighting it. But when you go through the process, one day in your head, you know, I'm dying. But you're not really dying. It can burn up the body, true. And then you are. But it can also
rejuvenate the body.
change your body and change yourself. But nobody understands unless they actually look back and look at my videos. And I still think that some people are still blind to it. When I started transitioning, my hair was red. I was born a redhead. I was raised it. I mean, I've had red hair my whole life.
Stop at
I
9.
was prematurely aging. I was over 300 pounds, 350 in fact. I was sick all the time. I was sick all the time. 33 surgeries I've had.
36 now.
In 2008, I got another ear infection. 3 days I wallowed around in pain and couldn't stand the pain. And finally they talked me into going into the emergency room. Within a few minutes after I walked into the hospital,
4 minutes.
died. The fluid from the ear caused something called liquid angina and strangled me. Like right around the throat. It looked like Rocky Denison of The Mask for 3 or 4 months. My face was down here. When I woke up, I knew that I wasn't the same person from the day before. And then the craziness started. Voices, the knowledges, the setting off alarms when I would walk by.
Set off every car alarm.
The electric bill going sky high. The alienation from other people. The losses. Just snowballed on me. But then the real changes started. I was 5'9" my whole life. Hold on. 350, 500, 5'9". My eyes were slamming, my hair was red, I was solid freckles. I am 125 pounds. My hair is blonde. It didn't really turn into like gray or anything. It's blonde, like platinum. My eyes are not slanted anymore. And I have knowledge is that
That was Hooch. He always shakes that color.
I practice alchemy, which is that old-fashioned metal to gold type thing, you know. And I've got a red sun that is just belching all over my YouTube. I have a 99% success rate at healing things. I healed my mom 3 times before she died, and I could have done it then, but I was forced away from by my own family. I have 10 active abilities. And Bill, see, this is the one we have awesome abilities. Enhancement on all earthbound abilities. I cannot remote. I can't read auras. Uh, I can heal things. I'm an empath. I do the stupidest things with knots. I can untangle anything. And telepath, yes, to a certain extent. I'm more of a receiver than a sender. No, I guess I'm a sender too, because I sure must get all my thoughts out. I'm a finder, a treasure finder. I can sense, and my son got that from me at least. We can sense where there is something and we can find it. The problem is, and this is our curse, no matter what all we find, we can find the most amazing things. No one will buy it from us. We stay broke, have to be kept controlled. I can bring out the wind by simple things. My mate could bring up fire. He could also make things move without touching them.
He could charge batteries with his hands.
When my son and I get into an argument, things fly, literally, off shelves, off walls. Spirits follow us. We always live where there's massive spirits. In fact, I've been that way my whole life, though. I can see them. You know who's around you at any time. I paint. And when I paint, I can close my eyes and things appear in the paintings. Stories appear in the paintings. I know about things that I never studied, never was interested in, but I know.
Quantums.
So, you know,
Jeremy same way. He knows quantum theory.
who would ever thought we would have finally been able to talk to each other this way?
The day after I posted this, he showed up at my door.
Respect my path. I will respect yours. A starseed and an earthseed, they're on the same level. One is not superior to the other. But when you're on your home turf, remember
You have the home field advantage.
that's the player's advantage. This is my home turf. I treasure my earth. I don't treasure what people have done to it. I treasure my earth. Now, let's team up and be righteous with each other. The other half, I don't even know how to say it to you. All I can tell you is is we can see each other when we run into each other. We know each other immediately. Bill, I knew you the first second. Your video followed mine on Twin Flames.
Immediately, I knew who he was. He don't look the same, but I knew who the spirit was, and he knew who I was when I posted it after him.
Oh, I can't even say it. It's not right. I had a crush on him, y'all. See, I believe in magic. I mean, I'm true into the magic, y'all. This isn't about aliens to me. This is about the magical path and the higher powers and the divine. And a second you realizing what you are and who you are to the divine. But I was always a surface person. In other words, I looked for
Beauty.
beauty, surface beauty. Even though I was homely as hell. I was homely as hell. And my divine said that when you can find your soulmate and a homely man, then you transition to your growth. I've seen my soulmate in many homely men. Many.
Because they
Because the
jump
spirit of my
consciousness.
soulmate goes in and out of those people.
It's called jumping conscious.
I don't always acknowledge it because I'm not supposed to. Because it can scare the driver.
The driver's the body.
Body that they inhabit. See, if they stay in the human body very long, it does. It burns out the body. So they'll fit into your life and walk it out. I remember those other lifetimes too. I remember who we were. I remember the pain that we went through, so many of them. And when we weren't in human form, we played stupid games. See, people, at the time of your death, the spirit will go into you so that you don't experience the pain
And the fear.
and the fear. They whisk you away. You can be held in the arms of a soul bearer until they get you to the next place.
Even if you are a soul bearer and you don't know it.
They are soul bearers. They carry you to the next place that you're supposed to be. Reborn again, or you wait to come back here.
I would wake up in the middle of the night and have to walk by the hospital because I knew someone was passing.
The gateways that I can't. I'm into the numbers though, so I notice all the numbers. I should have told you what time it was, but I didn't. I can barely remember the dates most of the time. I know that it's January 24th, 2018. Every day corresponds with another day because the past always repeats itself. Always remember that there is. I know I'm not supposed to talk in definitives, as my son promptly told me today at lunch. But it's true. History always repeats itself. Now, you can try to change the history, but you can't. Now, my premonitions that I have drive me crazy.
Like a while ago, I knew I was going to break something, and I did in a few minutes, even knowing that I was going to do it.
For train derailments in 1 year.
All every train derailment.
I knew everything except for where my longitudes and latitudes. Now, maybe that's why you work with your other half, is so that they can tell you where.
But until people listen, it doesn't matter.
I just wanted to let you know from the earth seeds. I don't like the word earth seeds. Eclipsed angels, angelic opinion. And people don't think that all angels are sweet and good. Angelics are angelics. They're just like any other being. They're in human form. They're just like everybody, except for they have an inner mission. Intermission. No, inner. Anyway, peace out. Many blessings. Massive orgasms when you can have them, and no one will see this video except for the ones that are supposed to see it. You have to put block on it. That's the way it works. So, Percy's earth angelics. Please don't be overwhelmed by Bill's or Jeremy, my son's talk, because they're just feeding a knowledge that some of y'all will get and some won't. Just like I can feed the other half the knowledge. It takes both sides of the equation to make it work. Both sides. The intellectual, although they are idiots. Did you notice how many times they mispronounce the words? It drives me crazy. But they know their shit. Okay? They're not idiots to that extent. Maybe they're like spots. Yeah. Don't let it burn you out.
And it did. It burned him out.
100 years old with that hair deal. Trim it up, dye it. I don't give a shit. Spruce it up, baby. Yes, I've got dirt on my nails because
Paint.
played in the dirt.
Oh no, I was.
Before I stop. See, this is. I can get it. I can pull it out. But I cannot salvage it. For some reason, something always happens.
The last time I got an ounce out, and Jeffrey kept it.
I'll show you on the next video. Ciao.
This is what I mean. My self is different.